Hi, I'm Nina Las Vegas, and welcome to the Nike and Football Federation Australia 2020 Team Kit Reveal. We'd first like to begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land that we present from today. We also like to pay our respects to elders past and present and emerging, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. I would also like to pay my respect to the spirit and fight of First Nations peoples. I stand in solidarity with their ongoing resistance against colonisation.
And I'm Adam Peacock. I totally echo Nina's sentiments and words right there. And welcome to this different way to launch a national team kit. It's a different world we live in at the moment. Everyone knows that. Hope you're all doing okay wherever you are around the world. And over the next 30 minutes or so, we're going to find out exactly what the Socceroos and Matildas will be wearing, thanks to Nike, in the years to come in some of these big matches that we've got coming up to qualify and then participate in some of the biggest events going around. And Nina, you know all about that. 2019, you're involved with the Matildas and their campaign there, which must have been a special moment for you as well.
I mean, it was pretty special. I got to write a song with the Matildas alongside KLP, Coda Banks, Nina Geraci and myself, and we wrote everything we ever dreamed of for their trip to France.
And 2023, we've got that on the horizon.
Yeah, I know. It didn't stop.
Exactly. So we're looking forward to that. The kits are synonymous, though, with the moments you link with those big events. 2019, that wonderful Matildas kit that Nike put out. And my favourite one for the Socceroos point of view, 2019 was my favourite for the Matildas point of view, but favourite for the Socceroos, probably the 2014-15 kit where we won the Asian Cup, and that was that classic look. And we'll see what's on the horizon now for both the Socceroos and the Matildas. So looking forward to that. But what we're going to do, it's not just going to be us talking and riffing about what we hope and like and don't like and all of those things. We're going to introduce our athletes right now. Our Nike athletes are going to help us launch this new kit from both the Socceroos and the Matildas, Nina.
Let's do it. Okay, captain of the Matildas and Chelsea FC striker, Sam Kerr. Defender of the Matildas and Lyon, Ellie Carpenter. Striker for the Matildas and Arsenal FC, Caitlin Ford. Winger for the Matildas and Everton FC, Hayley Rasso. And striker for the Matildas and PSV, Kaya Simon.
Gone across a couple of countries there, and a couple of nice little living rooms as well, all on Zoom. Good to see all of the Matildas there, and some of the Socceroos as well. From the Socceroos, defender, and now with KFE Kortrijk, Trent Sainsbury. How are you, mate? Good to see you. There he is. Always super cool, Trent. Winger for the Socceroos. Goal scorer this morning, our time in Denmark. We'll touch on that a bit later. He's in Denmark, FC Michelin, Awa Mobile. There he is, the big smile with Awa. We'll talk to Awa in a moment. Striker for the Socceroos, doing good things in Korea with Suwon Blue Wings, Adam Taggart. Tags, good to see you. And striker for the Socceroos and A-League Golden Boot winner again with Melbourne City, Jamie McLaren. Welcome everyone, and thanks for joining. And a quick question before we rip into it and get a look at the kit. We'll go to Ellie first up. Ellie, underneath that jacket you've got on, the national team kit, the anthem jacket if you like, you've seen the kit, you know what it's like. What are your thoughts on it? And give us a bit of a reveal before the reveal.
Yeah, when I first saw the kit, I liked it. I think it's a very bold statement. It looks very clean, and I think it's exciting that we're sharing the kit with the Socceroos this time. And I also really like the colour of the away kit, so I can't wait for you all to see that.
I think, Nina, we're going to see it
well,
right now.
I think
you do the honours.
I think we should do it. Okay, guys, take your anthem jackets off. Let's see it.
So the home and away kits.
There we have it. The Nike and Football Federation Australia 2020 team kits.
So Hayley and Jamie in the away kits, and everyone else around. We've spaced it out nicely. There's a nice little equilibrium.
Can we do a little spin maybe? A quick little shimmy?
Trent's going to maybe go to full length here and spin around, Trent. Go on. Sam's warming up for a morning jog.
Stretching.
Yeah. I was still, feeling it a bit after last night's game, but no, it looks unreal. It
looks amazing.
Absolutely fantastic. I'll just go through some of the features, and then it'll chip in here as well. The home jersey is that traditional Australian goal elevated by a green colour blocked polo collar. So it's, yeah, you can see the collar right there. And it's a reintroduction that we can't see at the moment of the green shorts, gives the athletes a classic home kit look that embodies the DNA of Australian football, which is great to see. And the socks are gold. Nina?
All right, the away kit reintroduces a freshwater jersey which pops alongside deep obsidian shorts. The outer pride element of a Southern Cross features in the back of the away jersey. We love the colour throwback to the Socceroos circa 2004, Nike's first official kit with the Socceroos.
I don't know if anyone can turn side on. One of the athletes can turn side on, stand up and lift their arm, because there's a stripe down the side of the kit that looks jagged when standing. But it actually aligns when they kick.
Hey, there we go.
Thank you, Trent. Wonderful. Great stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, and Jamie as well. So, yeah, that looks jagged. So when they actually kick, it kind of aligns with the boot and the knee lifting and all of that. So it looks really, really cool.
Now, something else that's very cool is both the home and away kits are made entirely from recycled plastic bottles, because if there's no planet, there's no sport.
Good point. And science is always at the forefront of Nike kit design. Of course, the athlete kits are made with Nike's next-gen vapor knit high-stretch anti-cling material, which allows for quick and agile movements. And talking to some of the players, Nina, over the years, they absolutely love that kind of feel that they have out there. And they look slick and they act like it as well in those kits.
Well, you all look fab, and guess what? It's on sale tomorrow.
Yep.
So very exciting.
We'll have details a bit later on exactly where and how you can get it. But
amazing modelling. Modelling.
Future careers, all of this. Official questions. We're going to get into some questions now, both from us and also Nike members out there. Firstly, the one to Trent I want to touch on, because he's a senior member of the Socceroos. Trent, good to hear from you, mate. How does it sit with you having the same kits for the Socceroos and the Matildas going into these huge next couple of years for both respective teams?
Yeah, I think it's massively important. It shows that the Socceroos aren't above the Matildas and the Matildas aren't above the Socceroos. We're looking forward to representing our country just as much as the women are, and having the same jersey for both. It represents that unity that we have across both sexes.
I'll go to Awa now. How do you like the new home kit, the traditional gold jersey and the green shorts, mate?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Good combination. It's nice to have the green shorts back. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Hey, and before we move on, congratulations on your goal this morning in the Champions League, getting your Danish.
Thank you very much.
Through. It's good stuff, mate. I reckon you can get away now. You're that good that you can maybe pop the collar when you play for the Socceroos.
Oh, yeah.
You can do that?
Is that allowed?
Of course it's allowed. If you're good enough, you can do it. And A was good enough. All of these people on this screen are good enough.
All right.
So, yeah.
We'll be popping collars. Okay, Sam. Nike has been supporting the women's national team since 24. We are dedicated to innovating for female athletes. How does it feel to have Nike behind the Matildas on the road to 2023?
Yeah, it's obviously really important to us. Like you said, we've been with Nike for a while now, so it's who we feel comfortable with, who we feel gives us the best opportunity to go out on the pitch. And we always say, look good, feel good, play good. And yeah, we believe this kit is going to hopefully make us play well.
Sits very nicely, Sam.
It does.
Sits very, very nicely. Now, as part of registering for this event, all the people watching at the moment, this live stream, Nike members were able to submit some questions, Nina, to our athletes, and we've got some lined up right now.
Okay, I'm going to go to Kaya. The most iconic football kits are a mixture of great designs and successful eras for the teams that wear them. What makes this kit iconic, and what will you be doing in it?
Yeah, well, I hope this is the start of a big milestone for us as a team. Looking ahead at the World Cup in 2023, the first time in history we've hosted a World Cup, and I think this kit signifies the fact that we're going back to our roots, we're going back to being classic, and I think the start of a new era of showing again the world and Australia what this team can do in a fresh looking kit.
It is fresh. So I'll ask this question to a few of you. I might pick out a couple. Firstly to you, Adam, most difficult player you've played against in an international tournament in a Socceroos kit?
Oh, it'd have to be Sergio Ramos. I think he's got every attribute of a good footballer, and this kit sort of reminds me of that 2014 kit with the collar and a bit of a classic look. So, yeah, it's definitely nice to have that classic look again.
Yeah, it's pretty cool having the number 9 on your jersey and coming up against one of the best defenders in the world at that 2014 showpiece. To Caitlin as well, some World Cups on your resume, Asian Cups as well. What's the toughest opponents you've had in a Matildas kit?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say a player. I think we've always had a very tough game against the US. So I would say our kit has some pretty solid games against them. And obviously we got our first win against them too. So, I mean, yeah, I'd have to say them as a whole. I think it's always a difficult game for us.
Jamie McLaren, back to you in a Socceroos kit. Some of the toughest opponents you've experienced.
If one sticks to mind was David Luiz and Thiago Silva at MCG. It was a proud moment to play in front of a big crowd in Melbourne, but to come on as a sub and have to be faced with those two was quite challenging, but a fantastic experience for me.
Absolutely. Nina?
Okay, I am going to go to Hayley now. Hayley, with more of the Matildas playing in the Europe lead, especially this year, a lot of you, is it going to make a huge difference for 2023 in that journey?
Yeah, I think definitely it's exciting that all our Matildas are overseas in Europe, testing themselves, pushing themselves, and just experiencing a new environment. And I think for us all being at our own clubs and playing minutes and playing competitive football every week, it's going to help us develop for when we're back in the national team playing together.
Kaya, to you as well, playing in the Netherlands. I bet you 12 months ago it would have been a different kind of vibe in terms of having a conversation saying, Kaya, in 12 months' time you're going to be playing over there, and a lot of your Matildas teammates will be playing in England or France. It's amazing what's happened, and it's incredible to think what might happen in the near future as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Europe for me personally has always been, on my places to play. And, I thought this opportunity presented itself this year, and with the crazy year that it's been, I thought, why not put myself out of my comfort zone, but also, I guess, pursue that dream of being in Europe and playing some of my good years in Europe as well. So I think it's huge, the amount of Matildas that are now over here in Europe. A lot of us played majority of our professional years in America in the Australian W League. So I think this is going to be huge for the national team. Players, different style of play, different philosophies, and different challenges that America and Australian football would present itself. So really exciting, and I'm pumped to get back in with the group and back in training and playing and see where everyone's at, and anything new that players have picked up along the way. I think it's definitely going to help with our national team success.
I mean, and there's so many of you on the same time zone. Is there like a WhatsApp group with everyone in Europe waking at the one time? I'll just say there is. Anyway.
I'm not sure that they knew which one was going to jump in. Maybe Ellie can have that. Are you staying in contact? You're over with Leon at the moment, but it's a special bond. You're going to get a coach soon. It's going to be announced very, very soon. So it's a special bond you share. You're all in it together over there in some respects?
Yeah, we are. We do have a group chat. I think we're all just eager to get back together in camp. So hopefully that's very soon. Either in the next window or the window after that. Possibly a camp in Europe is on the cards. Obviously, all of us over here. So we're all excited for that.
Sweet. Now I'm going to go around. It's everyone's going to get a say here. So I'll start maybe bottom right as we see it at the moment. You guys maybe can't see, but Adam Taggart, and everyone's going to get this question. So for each player, tell us your favourite moment or goal that you've scored or been involved with the Socceroos or Matildas. Tags, you go first.
For me, probably my favourite moment was representing, obviously, Australia at the World Cup. I just don't think anything will ever compare to that moment. Wasn't exactly a specific goal, but I think just being in that whole 6-week to 2-month timeline of that World Cup journey over in Brazil was definitely my highlight.
Jamie, to you, is it scoring your first goal for the Socceroos, and have you put that kit away somewhere safe for all eternity?
I have, but it's a little strange. Me and Tags are both strikers and love goals, but my highest point was actually being selected for the 2018 World Cup squad. Didn't get on the field, but for me, it was a huge moment for my family for reaching that goal, a dream of mine, and there wasn't any goal involved, but a huge dream of mine that I achieved.
Absolutely. Awa, your best goal, can you give us it in a Socceroos kit?
Yeah, I think my favorite goal was my debut because it was such a big moment for me, my family. So to score was something I'll never forget.
And us watching, we'll never forget it as well. It was a proud moment for all of us. Sam, you've got a few to choose from here, so pick one. Go for it.
I wasn't going to say a goal, actually. I was going to say my favourite moment being a Matilda. I've been in the team a long time now, but it's honestly been the last 2 years, watching the rise of the Matildas. It's been every game, every home game with filled stadiums, coming away, feeling the love from all the fans. The rise of the Matildas in the last 2 years has been I look back on it often and think I cannot believe the Matildas are what we are now, and we've still got so much to give. So it's honestly been the last 2 years of being in the Matildas.
Yeah, and I said at grassroots level as well that you've just become all massive stars, and everyone is just transfixed with the Matildas every time they play. Trent, your favourite moment, is it a goal? The one at the Asian Cup in 2015, perhaps?
I've got so many goals to choose from. But I'd have to say my favourite moment would probably be the Asian Cup final. There was just a feeling, a buzz about the stadium. Everyone was, I think we kind of knew we were going to win that night, and just doing it in front of friends and family, it's a really special moment. Yeah,
and again, what I said at the top, it kind of you link it to the kit you were wearing as a fan as well. Caitlin, what about yourself?
I think mine would have to be last year at the World Cup, our game against Brazil. It wasn't the best goal, but it was just the moment and how much that goal meant to the team. We're 2-0 down, and then to go in at halftime at 2-1, it just made us feel like we're back in the game. And yeah, I think that was, the step we needed to then go on and win the game. But as I said, it was just a tap in, but I'll take it.
Caitlin, there's no such thing as a bad goal. Do you realise? There's no such thing. Kaya, yourself.
I think for me, just that game, 2015 World Cup against Brazil. It was a round of 16 games, so it was a do or die moment. I didn't start that game, but came on and just happened to be in the right place at the right time, and we won that game 1-0. But I just think the amount of energy and passion that I witnessed as I was on the bench before I got on, and the determination that all the girls were putting in their blood, sweat and tears to get a result out of that game and to get one up on Brazil, because we have a pretty thick history with them, I think was just an absolute relief. But just as a team, it wasn't necessarily the fact that I got on the score sheet, but I think just the result as a team and getting through to the next round was, one of my highlights.
Yeah, it was a huge moment. And Hayley and Ellie up the top there have had a long time to think about their respective answers right now. So I'm sure there'll be good ones. Hayley, to you?
For me, one of the best moments, I think, was just playing at the World Cup. I still remember just both times I was at the World Cup, just walking out and, experiencing the crowd and knowing that you were representing your country. But personally, my favourite goal was the goal I scored after my comeback from my back injury. I think I just dreamed about putting the national team kit back on and being back in the Matildas. So to play the game again and score after my injury was pretty exciting and special for me.
Yeah, it's one of the best comebacks of all time in Australian football, Australian sport, full stop, what you came back from, Hayley, and there's more to come, I dare say, from you. And Ellie, finally, not so much a goal, but just a moment.
Well, actually, I've got one goal.
Oh,
one and only.
great.
So far. Thank you, Adam.
Yeah, I didn't say you didn't. I was just saying, like, it could be a goal or a moment.
Yeah, well, my one and only goal, I think it was 2017 in the Algarve Cup. Usually, it was a set piece. Usually, I'm on halfway, ready for transition, but this time, I don't know why, I was in the box. And I headed it in, and I was so surprised. Could tell some of my celebration photos, but it was a very special moment, one that I would, remember forever.
And hopefully not on halfway at corners and free kicks, having to defend the thing coming back at you as well. So well done, Ellie. Thank you, everyone, for sharing those magnificent memories. And Nina, you got a couple. That's more about the past. Nina, you got a couple about the future.
I want to talk about 2023. So, Caitlin, what does hosting 2023 on home soil mean to you?
Yeah, it's crazy to actually think about. It still doesn't feel real in a sense. I guess, you dream to play in a World Cup, but then to have one on home soil, I think that's, you can't even wrap your head around it. But I mean, hopefully we're all there, us on the screen, and that would be a massive moment for not only us, our family, friends, but football in Australia in general. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh, we all are. We so are. All right, Sam, what are your hopes for how this will impact women in football in Australia?
Yeah, I mean, I remember, I think we always talk about the 2000 Olympics. I remember Cathy Freeman still to this day, one of the most amazing moments watching her run on home soil. So hopefully this team can have that impact on young boys and girls growing up now. And, we have more and more kids growing up wanting to play for the Socceroos or the Matildas. So I hope that, we can be in 30 years what Cathy Freeman is to kids like us, or back then kids like us still now.
Not all of us were kids back then, Sam.
No, I think it's amazing. We're going to show the world how powerful Australian women are. It's amazing.
Exactly.
Is that it?
I think that's it. Guys, joining us from overseas and here in Australia as well, thanks so much to our Nike athletes for joining us, and can't wait to see you do your thing in the very near future, this weekend perhaps for some of you, and in a couple of months for others as well. So
on behalf of Nike Football Federation Australia, our star lineup of athletes, guests and models, thank you for joining the live stream reveal of the Nike 2020 Australia team kit.
And for you watching at home, to get your hands on the home or away kit, it's available tomorrow. From tomorrow, check out Rebel Sport, either in-store or at rebelsport.com.au. Thanks for joining us today. Take it easy.
See.